Shut the hell up. You're literally doing your career isn't only. You can't be talking. You're selling pictures of whatever. You can't be saying. All that studying was for what?
These were times entitled Women Got Humbled by different streamers. Starting off, we got the time a streamer was praising Jesus on the side of the road when an entitled woman approached him, demanding he go home, and started screaming at the top of her lungs multiple times.
Why? Why are you tired of it? Isn't it a good thing to do to preach God's word? It should be loud.
You're loud.
Gotta reach a lot of people.
Too loud.
Gotta reach a lot of people. Babies are being murdered. Why do you think that's a good thing to do, ma'am?
Does that feel good? Because that's what I hear every time I hear you talking.
No, that's not what you hear. That's not what I'm doing.
I do.
I'm preaching out here. I'm preaching truth.
No.
And I'm speaking up for babies.
I don't want to hear. This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
That's why I need to be here.
Go the home.
Nope.
While this woman was completely insane, it's nothing compared to the 7 OF girls who all claimed they were a 10 when the interviewer asked them to rate themselves.
Stifler, ask the ladies to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10.
I think I'm a 10 and I think everyone's a 10.
Okay.
I'd say I'm a 10 as well. Same with everybody here on this panel.
Yeah, definitely a 10.
You know, I'd call myself a good 9.5.
A 10.
I agree with Ashley, but everybody here is a 10.
I would say 10, and I would say everybody else here is a 10 as well.
All of you are 10s.
Self-love is really important.
Don't you think that's a bit of hubris? You know, a little bit hubris, maybe?
I think,
just a little?
No,
just
I think
a tad.
you should be confident in how you look.
Well, you can be confident and still have a
But
reasonable self-assessment of your physical appearance.
Everybody has their preference. So if I personally think that I'm a 10, that doesn't mean that everybody else is going to think that I'm a 10.
By the way, I give myself like 6.9
No, you're a 10.
on a good day. No, I'm not a 10. I'm not a 10.
No, be confident. You're a 10.
It's not a confidence thing.
It is
so
confidence.
it's not a
Confidence makes
confidence
you more
thing.
attractive.
It's a hubris, pride, ego thing. But okay, so
Next up, we have the time a debate started between an extreme vegan and a farmer. The vegan girl claimed that all animals are abused in the dairy and egg industry and are only used to profit the companies who own them. That's when the old-time farmer clapped back and completely destroyed her.
All animal industries, including the meat, dairy and egg industries, leather, wool, fur, feather, scales, they're all inherently abusive and they all murder animals to make profit from them, or once they're considered no longer profitable to the industries. Animals are blatantly abused in these industries. Let's move on to the dairy industry, where mothers are raped, and once they give birth after a 9-month pregnancy, her baby is often immediately taken away from her. Why? So you can drink her breast milk. Just
You've
human
never
food
visited
consumption.
my place.
How do you know?
Because if you had, you'd know that you're talking a load of shit.
And what animals do you farm? What is your industry, may I
I run a
ask?
goat dairy.
First and foremost,
I run a goat dairy. Now, for a start, we don't our animals.
Yes, you use euphemisms such as artificial insemination, which
I
is
don't use artificial insemination. I run my bucks with my herd. My bucks get the girls when the girls are in season, and only then. And it's their choice, nature's choice. We allow our kids to stay on their mother. We only take the excess milk. So you're talking a load of shit.
Yeah, she got cooked, but not as bad as when FouseyTube crashed out on his manager for being ungrateful for all the opportunities he was giving her.
Like, as a grown person, you're 28 years old, I'm 33, you're not a kid like Nadia. Not one text to say, hey Yusuf, thank you so much for flying me out to Vegas. Have such a good time this weekend. I'm having such a good time. Not even a sorry, not even a thank you. I haven't been thanked once by you for none of it. Not once. And I'm sorry. And if I'm wrong, call me out. I don't think I'm wrong. I know, because I care about that shit. When people say sorry, when people say thank you, it's the little shit that matters. The little shit. I don't care if you can give me the big shit, because if you can't do the little shit, fuck your big shit. You could never give me the big shit. But you know what you
true. That's not true. I literally have been wanting to spend time with you.
But what did your actions say? What did your actions
But
say?
there's been tension. I'm very appreciative of being here. Thank you so much. And you're picking up your phone again. See, this is why, like, I just can't have a conversation.
Oh, so when I pick up my phone and I do something that upsets you, it's a problem.
Damn, she got reality handed to her. But what's even crazier is the time a streamer's brother shut her down for her life choices on multiple different occasions.
Shut the hell up. You're literally doing your career isn't only. You can't be talking. You're selling pictures of whatever. You can't be saying. All that studying was for what?
I don't know why you're so set on going to college. Like, just don't, be an entrepreneur like me and be successful that way.
Entrepreneur? That's not being an entrepreneur.
Yes, it is. It's a business.
You sell pictures of yourself online. That's not being an entrepreneur.
Okay, well, if you think I'm not an entrepreneur, let's go band for band.
Band for band?
Let's go band for band. I bought dad a fucking car. I'm about to pay off mom's mortgage. I'll pay for your college. If you don't think that's a entrepreneur, then I don't know what the is.
That's just using your money.
You should be better than me. You should not follow into my footsteps. You should do better than me. So
you should
go
to shut the fuck up.
You should go to school. You should pay attention. You should go to college. You should get a degree. You should.
I don't want to do that.
What do you want to do? Be fucking homeless?
No.
Because you're not starting OnlyFans. You're not going to do any of that stupid shit.
I'm not going to follow that.
Okay, period. So
maybe content creation.
Maybe, but not until you go and you can do that while having a degree. Go to school. Get good grades. There's no reason that you need to be failing or getting a D in any classes.
This is coming from an OnlyFans girl. Just take.
Okay, but like.
Imagine getting humbled by your own brother. That's crazy. But next up, we got the time 15-year-old streamer Manton demolished a group of OF girls during a podcast, rage baiting them beyond belief.
I didn't know that I was gonna be talking to a bunch of illiterate people who don't know how to read. But
you're literally 15. What do you know?
You know how to read?
Yes, I do know how to read.
Name 10 books.
Are you serious?
Yes, 100%. Name 10 books.
Well, I read Game of Thrones. I'm obsessed with the Twilight series. Game of Thrones, the series?
What's the book called? It's not called Game of Thrones.
Wait, what book did you just say before that?
She's just trying to come up with a bunch of nonsense and she can't name any actual books.
Let her talk,
Bro, shut up, kid.
Taking my spot. What did she say?
Why are you taking my spot? I was obsessed with the show Game of Thrones, and I started reading the book. And can you let me finish?
Bro, can you shut up
if I could talk, that'd be great.
I never read a book.
I read all types of books. I read the Talmud, I read the Torah, I read the Bible.
The Talmud, not that one. What are you talking about?
He broke. He smiled. The face is gone.
Right, I read all of that type of stuff. I read all types of books, business books, the Sharman book, the Rabak book, a bunch of nonsense I'm making up on the spot. But again, clearly...
What do you think? Do you think you're smarter than these girls? That's why you interrupt them?
I don't really think that, for the most part, they've earned my respect to speak, especially when I have something better to say.
We've earned your respect to speak?
Right.
And you believe you're God, right?
That's not really the point.
Bro, but how do you earn our respect?
How do you?
I don't need.
So far, he's not doing a really good job.
I don't really need to earn your respect. I don't think that's the point. You can.
And I don't need to earn your respect.
I never said you did it. You're just asking me why I'm interrupting you. I'm telling you I'm interrupting you because you don't have my respect.
And I'm gonna start interrupting you.
Do you not think interrupting is disrespectful?
I think it would be disrespectful if it was against someone you respected.
Alright, bro. I can respect you.
Next up, we got the time this female streamer destroyed this feminist when they were debating which gender provided the more useful jobs in society. While the feminist argued it was women, the streamer put her in her place.
And that is why I say that women do not do as useful or as needed jobs in society as men do. If men's jobs disappeared tomorrow, society would crumble. If women's jobs disappeared tomorrow, society would be fine.
Oh, really? Who's going to raise all the children?
Women aren't even raising their own kids. They're in daycare.
That's actually incorrect. They're
in daycare and public school. No, it's $1 billion industry.
It is $1 billion industry, but statistically, women have the majority of childcare burden. And not a lot of people can afford daycare nowadays.
Men bear the majority of labor of running society for a lifetime. On average, women have 1 to 2 kids. So, okay, you could say that's 4 years. Men work 50. 50 in a difficult job that gives us the food that we have.
Lastly, when Fousey started a new series on their channel called Love Island, where they get girls and try to pair them with different Fousey members, both a girl and one of the members, Fousey Silky, shared a heated confrontation between one another.
I'm off you.
Off of me?
Yeah, we're not couples anymore.
I was never on you.
Oh. Shit, copping it. Wait. I don't like. Get her out. Oh.
Pussy bitches, oh, you want to talk for real? Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
As you can see, she was not having any of that disrespect, almost escalating the situation even further than it had to be.
You took this about every single girl, but you're not on that.
You. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. They can get real quick.
It's all right. Get her out, bro. I can never.
Dang, all of these girls really got put in their place. Comment down below which one you think was the most humbling. For me, it's gotta be this clip.
Go to school, get good grades. There's no reason that you need to be failing or getting a D in any classes.
This is coming from an OnlyFans girl. Just take.
Okay, but like I chose that, and I'm not ashamed of it.
People are.
Anyway, subscribe for more. Peace.